A pastry chef from France sitting in front of a game and fish store may be an unusual sight for most places, but not for Hillsborough, North Carolina. Many people walking along King Street have been fortunate enough to experience the unique combination of stores that lie downtown. It's actually of enough interest that it gets mentioned during tours of the town, which is appropriate since diversity within a greater community is quite representative of Hillsborough. Few can mention another location that allows you to acquire with ease both authentic French pastries and familiar hunting devices within mere steps of one another. But even fewer could tell you that the true charm of this pair of shops is to be found in the people behind the products. Mr. Eric Velour established his bistro and bakery nearly 2 years ago after moving to Hillsborough with his wife and 2 children. He lived in France for most of his life and learned to be a pastry chef there when his uncle needed someone to take over his shop. After coming to the United States, Velour worked in several places where his skills were underutilized, but it was through those jobs that he was able to improve his understanding of the English language and the American people. His success thus far can be attributed to his hard work, attention to detail, and the quality of people surrounding him. He works 6 days a week from 4 to 5 in the morning until closing, with Annette and Rosemary working at his side most of the time. The 3 work efficiently together to make the most of their limited space with the degree of consideration that is carried into every detail of the establishment. French drawings on the wall offer a taste of Velour's home country and serve to complement the simple motif of the bistro. Efforts to preserve a pleasant ambiance like rich colors, soft lighting, and carefully placed tablecloths help attract diners all day long in search of a good meal and a decadent dessert. Even the glass windows are carefully maintained so as to best reflect the artistry held within. Velour's relationship with his customers probably best represents the nature of this establishment because he's always willing to speak with an interested patron and everyone is greeted with a smile. Mr. Velour rightfully takes pride in what he's worked so hard to achieve, and he aspires to achieve even more in the future, when he's able to have more people working with him and a larger space to accommodate his customers. For now, he's satisfied with the smaller successes, like a 2-point increase in his inspection score, which he gladly recounted to Lisa, his neighbor, at a shop quite unlike his own. Lisa works at the Carolina Game and Fish Shop, which lies directly to the right of Velour's and serves a completely different set of needs for the people of Hillsborough. The pictures on the wall at the front of this store depict participants in the annual turkey and deer weighing contests, and any refrigerators are filled with worms rather than eggs and flour. Seats are not occupied by diners, but that's not to say the occupants aren't any less worthy of the comfort and attention. As you can see, when not outside with the pastry chef of King Street, this rocking chair keeps company with the bait shop's fish that usually decorate the store's window. The view from outside always features a wooden turkey, which stands as a reminder of that short time every year when real turkeys occasionally steal the limelight from this artificial one. Inside, on any given day, you'll find either Lisa or Donald manning the store, with the occasional visitor to keep things interesting, as well as a regular flow of customers. While the ambiance here may differ greatly from that of their neighbor, with the backdrop of rifles intimidating to some, the personality and ambitions of these people shine through within moments of conversation and parallel those of their more baking-inclined counterparts. Take Donald, for instance. He worked as a firefighter for 16 years before coming to the bait shop and has recently started his own repair business with his friend Mike. Like Eric Velour, Don hopes that the fruits of his labor will soon blossom and give him greater success in the future. Lisa is a woman in what may consider a man's world, but she holds her own, and the issue doesn't seem to faze her. Many customers associate the store with Lisa's presence, and her knowledge of this trade is well appreciated. Like Annette at Velour's, she is an invaluable asset to the place she works, and a short absence of either would make them sorely missed. At the end of the day, the people at Velour's and Carolina Game and Fish are people who enjoy what they're doing and living where they're living. They take each day, each customer, each order as it comes, and take pleasure in the moments they get while continuing to aspire for more. Side by side in a town like this, they're not just neighbors on King Street, but friends in Hillsborough. This feeling of community is contagious, especially downtown where you can't help but see everyone, and everyone certainly takes part in one way or another. And while the work is never easy, a short rest later with some good company, they seem to be able to start again. Because the next morning is always on its way, and in Hillsborough, you never know what that may bring.